today was the day I was going to connect the conduit outside to the panel and pull wire. But I might not do that today. I think I'll probably go inside and try to work on some of the inside conduit. It's supposed to, oh yeah, little roof dropping snow. Need to get a little cover over the door so it doesn't bomb you when you walk out. But yep, there's the state of that. I taped that, yep. It annoys me I didn't put the weather head on that, but it'll just go in the box and I can wipe up the water. So anywho, I will set this up in here and we will get to work on putting conduit out of that box. I think I've probably already gone over it, but I'm going to want to run one line down there with two boxes for the lathe and a compressor, and go up here. I need to count my 90s. I might run out of 90s, which just means I need to put a box up there, but I don't know why I don't really want to. Come down there for the light switch and putting 3-ways in. So then I'll go back up and over here to the second light, of which will feed, I think I'm going to do three rows, and what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4 bays wide. So I think I'll probably take the time to put in new cross pieces across there and hang, actually I have one of the lights, hang these LED UFO lights from it. So should end up with 12 lights in here, but I'll run one conduit down the truss and branch off to do the middle and the right bay, and another one up there to feed that bay. Yeah, it kind of stinks because that's 4, 8, 12 more boards that I gotta hang up there. But unless I come up with something else, I don't know what else I'd do there. We'll see. Way too long to do this, figure it out, and it's not perfect, but I think it will probably work. Sorry for the horrible camera work here. My goal was to get the tubing out there. Can't make my wrist go that far, so I can get nail-in straps on the EMT there, and then if that were rotated up there, that bend's a little wonky. I can probably straighten it, I don't know, we'll see. And I wanted that offset a little further up there, which I can probably just tweak a little bit too. But I'm touching where I wanted to for my strap, so I don't know. It's not awesome, but it's kind of what I wanted. So offset to come off the box, step down to get under the 2x6, and then offset over to get under the 2x6. So a little bit of tweaking, and on that, I think mostly just the tip. That last little offset to get into the cam, and that'll be good. I had to make myself a recipe of what I did, which is funny because I probably won't need to run any more of those, but I was doing it in case I needed to make another one the same. And I was looking earlier at these. I got a bunch of them, and as you can see, I guess now you can see, the no worky, but they make hammer-in ones. I guess anybody who's electrical knows that has a little P-tang that goes straight down there into the wood that I'm pretty sure will fit. I don't know if Home Depot has them, but I'm gonna go look at some point, and probably should do that before I screw around too much more with this. But realistically, I don't know what else I would do to get down there. I could obviously go up, and I guess I don't know what the goal of that would be. Basically, I don't want to hop out every stinking post and come to the face of the post. I could, I just really don't want to. That seems like it'd be all kinds of in the way and asking for, as it 45s back into the face of that. 45's back into the face of that, getting hit and taking damage. I'm trying to protect my wiring as much as I can. But these little strappy jobbers will work great for all the stuff I gotta do up there. So I think that's all for now. It's cold and dinner time, and I think the rain has turned to I guess it'd be the snow that turned to rain, not the rain turned to snow. And here's why you should always put overhangs on your pole barn. We'll gamble that we won't get hit in the head here. But, oh yeah, one's getting ready to drop. Yeah, pay for the overhangs. To get hangers that I thought I could find, nail-in hangers for the bottom of that. Ace didn't have them, even though their inventory says they did. So got back, ran that guy straight up there, a 90, kicked over to a 30-ish, and stopped. Oh, you can barely see it, right about there. Because I want to put these verticals in first, or next, or whatever that is. So I want to punch holes through there and get those stuck up there, so I guess so I know where to go to up there. I didn't want to try to put another piece and guess where that bend has to be. So I'm going to drill a couple holes for the conduit in this box, up through those, and connect that, and then start on the piece. Oh yeah, I still gotta put boards across between the posts that the doors mount to up there, so that I can run conduit across there. But and then the whole truck in the way part is kind of obnoxious. Show you my silly, simple frustrations. Scaffolding, couldn't remember what that's called. Technically I don't need that top tier on there, but when I get over here I will, when I put my lights up. And it's kind of nice having a frame around you so you don't feel like you're just hanging out on a flat top deck. But it won't go under the garage door rails, so I need to go around. I guess I should show you up there. Go around behind them and then roll into the bay, and the truck's in the way, and yeah, lots of whining. So I'm gonna get to work. I don't recall where I left off last, but it was earlier in the day that I got that guy punched in and ran up there, kicks across, follows that girt, and comes down to that light box. Scaffolding kind of makes finding the tubes hard, but so I've got that first leg done. I took the night to debate on whether to go from that box with my three-way switch travelers back up and across like I initially planned to a light box that's yet to be installed by that door, or to come from light box up to roughly up in there where the lights are gonna go, and drop off my neutral and come down to my light box, or excuse me, my switch box. I thought that might be more efficient, but length of wire wise and amount of wire wise, it's quite similar, and if I did that, I would end up with 6 travelers from lights to light switch, plus the load leg of the light switch, and would put the fill on that piece of conduit higher than I want. It'd still be according to code, but no good reason to pack it full and make it obnoxious. And for simple Sam clarity's sake in the future, when I wonder what in the world I did, I think running across there with the travelers to the light switch, then the loads heading out to the lights, is simpler for me to understand. So, anywho, I also, last night, kind of in the dark, got the, really the only other conduit leaving this box, which is hilarious because of the size of it. I'm sure it seems silly to have that big a box, but lots of reasons why that occurred. But got that put in. I kind of like that the little guy is completely hidden back there, so me dropping something or wrench pipes, cheater bars against the wall won't hit a conduit. He's still down there, believe it or not. Got him stubbed all the way over here, where I realized I had to decide what to do with my boxes. So I'm going to put the last box about a foot from the end like this. I, for a minute, thought about getting just a bigger box and putting 2 outlets in it, but I think I'm just going to put the other box about a foot away, and it's more, I don't know, be easier visually to know they're on 2 separate circuits in my head. I don't know, that makes no sense, but you know, that's how I work sometimes, evidently. So I think I'll work back that way, because there's going to have to be a piece cut sometime anyway, and I can do my obnoxious kick to the 2x on the future box that's over there, but kick to the 2x, kick down under the 2x, and then kick back to the place where the conduit currently is. And then I can just cut off the excess of that, and I don't have to time all that. Right. So that's next, and then I will get to my other switch and get the lighting runs done. It's kind of coming together quicker than I thought, which is awesome. Obviously, they're still pulling wires, which will take some time. And I have to figure out how long my fish tape is. Anywho, hoping to get the conduit knocked out today. I might be overly optimistic. I tend to accidentally do that. To where maybe a week or 2 we could get inspected and power on, assuming we pass inspection. I guess she made her own bed out of the packing from the box that I laid out. And I thought I'd show my helper finally figured out why I put down cardboard for her. Sometimes she doesn't have a clue, but she's laying on her cardboard stand, slightly warmer than on concrete. It's raining, snowing, it's just a stinking mess outside. So. Took way longer than I ever think, and I don't know if I had to do that or not. The support between boxes, it wouldn't surprise me if I did, so whatever. I wasted a little chunk of conduit, and that's not pretty, but it's supported in the middle. And again, one of my crazy obnoxious combo bins. I think they end up all right. I don't know. I know there's got to be some more efficient way to do that an electrician could tell me, but it's there. And all my supports are on. I'm probably going to add, well, I did 3 in that day. One. I'm supposed to have one every 10 feet, and I've got way more than that. I think I'm going to throw one right here after that face one, just to make sure it's tucked up there nice and solid. And I will start on my switch box like right now. I guess it'd be stupid not to go ahead and knock out getting the conduit leaving there and poking it up. It'll end pretty much right there where that union joint connector, whatever the word is. And I can probably 90-degree kit around that pole. I've still got to get those 2x6s up. So getting to that other light box will be awesome to get done. And I think I mentioned hoping to get conduit done today. With how long that took, I'm already doubtful. I hate to pull the truck out and get it wet and bring more water in, but realistically it would probably be easier to have it out of the way. So, light box now. The traveler's conduit over here to this box. I'll finish up. I guess. Running across the top up there. I sat for what felt like an hour or two trying to decide what to do with the light runs. My initial thought was go across 1, 2, 3, that guy, and then follow the truss all the way and branch off of that in between each bay and go 6 feet that way, 6 feet that way, repeatedly back and forth. And after doing the math, it's the exact same amount of tubing to just run a line all the way in the center of that bay and the center of the middle bay, and the third bay had to be one anyway because so I'm just gonna make it easy on myself because I'd have to hop that stinking truss where it's beefed up on the top there each time. Well, I guess only on that end, which I have to anyway, but I'd also have to on that end. So I'm saving myself one hop, but that's better than nothing. And super easy, straight run across the top of that, minus the fact that I can't reach the peak, but we'll deal with that when we get there. I'm hoping to end up with a V in the middle of a stick or something to where maybe I can reach to anchor each end and hope the top will just kind of hang out up there. So I have an obnoxious run to get across there, the whole way across, jumping that truss a couple times to put my boxes in for each bay to run. Oh, and I guess I might not have ever mentioned, rather than running the boards across the bottoms of the trusses and mounting my lights to that, it gives me more options if I want to be able to get up higher in between the trusses. I have no idea what I might want to do that for, but right now I like the fact that it's the top potential for lifting or whatever. There's no ceiling, it's just the bottom of the roof, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to hang the lights from chains and the cords that they have. The center two I may have to extend, I may not. We'll see how bad the shadows are from the trusses. And I brought the old used raincoat for the helper dog. Anywho, I'll head up there and start making a whole bunch of obnoxious bends to get my main run across. So for whatever reason, this piece was humbling, got the best of me. I started off with planning on doing a 90 about here so that the end of this 90 bend here would have ended, like it wouldn't be in the middle of the turn and run into that board. Well, I bent that not realizing that where this one ended, I'd have to start in the middle of that one to bend up. So I pulled my head out of my butt and I did 60s, which ended up about perfect where I wanted. When I was doing my 90s, I measured to the outside, so boo-boo number one was I made my 60s a little bit too much, so I fudged them and just unbent them a little bit so they're wide radius now. Got those to work, and then boo-boo number two is I'd swear I measured that was 29 inches from up there to down here. No, it's 29 3/4, so I'm using the fact that this is, I don't know, 20 feet from the ground, no, 18 feet from the ground, that I fudged the snot out of that 90. But it's up, it's there. There's one piece of blown, I guess there's a couple feet gone of that stick. You can see it was a 90, and I was thinking, can you just unbend to a 60? Yeah, that was too much hokey for me, even. I just saying something. So I think from the ground it'll look just fine, and maybe I'll be the only one that knows that I made all kinds of boo-boos there. Anywho, it's up, and I have I have two awesome jumps to come here, but I think the conduit box is going to help me a ton, and I should be able to get over those, meaning I get a free 90 out of a 4x4 box there. But anyway, you slice it, this run's going to suck, and then I just have 3 straights with a roof peak bend, and I'll be done.